My name is Dasia, and I'm an assistant coach this year. I played for 4 years at Algonquin. This is my first year being an assistant coach. I always wanted to be a coach. I wanted to get more experience. So then having this experience to coach with Jamie along with Sid and Noor was an amazing opportunity, so I can give back to coaching younger girls. Having that coaching aspect and also being a player, you can see it a bit differently than maybe Jamie is. So then having that coach and player mindset also helps out a bit too. So I miss playing, but then I think I miss the girls more than playing. Because then being able to come back and just give back with them and then seeing them every day is the main reason that I'm loving this as much as I am. Also during the season, the girls would come up to us and ask if they're doing this right or if they need to work on something. And it was hard as a player to not coach, but I don't know, see how they're playing at the same time as trying to work on myself too. But now being an assistant coach, I can just focus on them rather than having to work with myself as well.
So I was a 5th year guard last year. So I'd been in the OCAA for 5 years, but with Algonquin for 4. And before I got here into university, I played for Jamie in my club season. So I've known him for a very, very long time. And when I was approaching kind of my 5th years, I was going to be graduating, I communicated to Jamie that I would want to come back. Just because I love the culture, I love basketball. I wanted to be in basketball involved in some way, kind of for the rest of my life. That was always the plan for me. And I started coaching when I was young, in my hometown. The teams that I coached before, when I started when they were really young, it's a lot of fundamental kind of building up their confidence. But as I progressed, even as a player, when I get to the college level, my biggest strength, I would say, I was never really fastest. I was never the strongest. I had a strong basketball IQ that I could figure out ways to make myself an asset in a game, even if I wasn't the fastest or the strongest. And so I think in this specific level, working with the girls to figure out, okay, you're coming from a team where you're probably the best on your team or one of the best in your club season, your high school season. Now you're coming on a college team where you're probably not. There's not that same role that you have. So figuring out ways that they can adapt to still play and still be confident in their play and still have leadership and still do all the things that they did in club, but just in a different way, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of do what I did when I was in college and learn how to adapt to a different role and a different setting and a different team dynamic and figure out how they can be successful in that setting. So my first 2 years that I was here, we had Elizabeth Roach and Abir as our assistant coaches. And Abir worked predominantly with the guards, which would have been Dasia and I. And they really held me accountable when I would come off the floor, pull me aside, tell me what I'm seeing, ask me what I'm seeing on the floor compared to what they were seeing, and then give me some very specific feedback when I were to go back out on the floor. And I just found that was really helpful for me because it gave me an objective thing to work on when I would go back in. And I think that that's how we found so much success with a smaller team, a very fresh team to the kind of with our team dynamic in the OCAA that year. And so I've tried to channel a little bit of them in that sense to bring to the girls this year, just communicating with them the way that I really appreciated having someone communicate with me.